Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boys Blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Blues, 1975.
This is Trapdoor on the ZX Spectrum, released by Piranha in 1986, also released on the Commodore 64 and the Amstrad CPC. Based on the kid... Oh, wait, hang on. That's as close as we're going to get to the theme tune from the TV show. So Trapdoor, if you're of my generation, Generation X, then I'm pretty sure, especially if you're British, you're familiar with Trapdoor. It was a British animated television series by Macmillan, and it was stop animation when I say animated, and it revolved around the daily lives of you, Burke, the servant who served the thing upstairs, Boney, who was just a skull, a talking skull, and a weird little creature called Drut. And yeah, it was a kids show, but it had a really dark sense of humour, and they wouldn't make shit like this now. This is just by kids TV back in the day. Particularly stuff like this was just absolutely fantastic. So Piranha got that. Look it up, it's on YouTube. There's 25 episodes, it's fantastic, and the final episode is actually quite heart-pulling in places. But yeah, so Piranha got the license to this. Piranha also did Road Trooper, and they did something really, really unique, because the reason I had to revisit this game is not many games nail their source material like this, and it's done by Don Priestley, who was an absolute legend on the ZX Spectrum because of the size of his sprites and the complete lack of attribute clash. So we did this, Flunky, Popeye, Through the Trapdoor, not so good that one to be perfectly honest, and Gregory Loses His Clock, and I'm sure there's some more in there somewhere. Anyway, fire. Right. Redefine. I'm only going to show you a little bit because it'll take too long forever, but I can show you where I went wrong as a kid. Right, so P right, O left, A down, Q up, M drop, Z tip, and X hold. Apologies for the background noise. I do live on the business road in the West Country, and though I do think this is probably 128K, there's very little sound in the game. But you know, first world problems, right? So, see? Yeah, Lerner Burke. Right, so here I am. There's Trapdoor, there's Druts. I think it's got that weird... Right, yeah, so just push into it for the switch. Get them quickly or Drut will eat it. Now, move to the right, because it's going to get... That switch up there will power that thing, which is... It's a lazy way to, you go, would send stuff to the creature upstairs. Burke, get me a can of worms. So what you do in this game is... And then you see his angry face at the bottom, and then you'll see the time limit. But what you do is you don't just perform one task. I mean, look at the graphics. Because... you will like not, you got to time manage, right? You will not have enough time. It will be too pressurized. Oh shit! Didn't need to do that. All the tasks in general. So yeah, again, look, no attribute clash. Absolutely massive, lovely, big sprites. These are where we grow the eyeball plants. Like I said, I think I only ever really did one or two tasks as a kid, but I still loved it just because it looks so great. Trapdoor, Through the Trapdoor, is just too brutally hard right from the first creature, and therefore don't bother. Right, you want that, and you want that on this screen here, because that's what you harvest the eyeballs in, which isn't our first task. I am aware of that. Right, and you also want the yellow cup, beaker, don't know, on that screen as well, because there's something in that. It's the seeds, I believe, for growing said eyeballs, which you need to drop into that cauldron there. I have no idea why I pointed at the screen, but like I said, this is where I went wrong as a kid. I just filled up the can of worms and did that. But you want to do this, right? say that. How do you... I don't know. I can't remember. There's something, maybe it's not in that. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Maybe I should get a white stick. We'll carry on with the worms. But you tip it up and there's a pack of seeds in there, and then you hold... Tip, hang on. Tip. There's a tip button. I thought that... There we go. Was, you know, give me help. I am, as the French say, la retard. There you go, seed. Drop that. Pick up that. So, I mean, if you're thinking this is kind of gross and crass and stuff like that, that's what the show was. But not too bad, you know, because it was a kid's show. But there were lots of worms, slime and shit. Did I? I think I may have put them all in the one pot. Fuck it. 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. Right. Move. It's not the fastest of playing games, but see that? There's an eyeball growing on the top, but we'll come back to that. But yeah, so it was all, you know, stop animation, plasticine, guns, obviously a talking skull. It was just great. Absolutely great. I might be a bit poop screwed. So we want the tin. Right, the demijohn, that jar. Yeah, I called it a demijohn. What are you going to do about them apples? Right, that you can put underneath. He'll eat them. No! But you can launch him on the trapdoor. There we go, nice. And if you time it... No. Also, stuff will come out eventually. If you time it, you can get him stuck in there, but you obviously need the worms. No, don't eat him, you fucker! He ate him. And he's my pet. I mean, why don't you just send him upstairs? Fucking fricochet his ass and send him to the creature upstairs. See, sometimes you need to press fire, and sometimes you just need to walk up. He ate it out my fucking hand. Why can't I? Thank you. Time's ticking. So I'm going to go for free. I'm not really doing it justice. Stop eating. God, he's such a fucking pain. He's supposed to be, though, to be fair. Oh, you absolute... Right, that's how we do it. No! Oh, you fucker. Fuck it, you can have the worms like that. 2's enough. You're a fat bastard anyway, thing upstairs. We never see him, by the way. He's just a voice, an angry voice. So, there we go. Yoink. So it's not the biggest of games or longest of games. I think you could be in about half an hour. I never did. Like I said, I think I made the juice once. And I obviously could do the worms. I wanted more worms. Okay, but sorry, excuse me. More worms, but we passed it. Just disappointing sound. Do you know what I mean? Right. So can't remember what the next one is, but we'll just. You get the premise of the game. That's for crushing something. I want some fried eggs. Oh yeah, there's creatures down here, by the way. And you collect them, and you drop them into the cauldron, I think. Collecting them is not as easy as it looks. Oh, I got one. So yeah, this is Trapdoor basically in an absolute nutshell. Completely laid back gaming, you know. Completely different. Well, not completely different to other Don Priestley Presley stuff, but much of the other games on it. But this, do you know what I mean? If you love Trapdoor, I think the Spectrum version is the best looking version as well. The colours on the Commodore are just drab. But there you go, eyeball. Yeah, if you love Trapdoor, name something else that nails it as well as this. Also, probably the Popeye game. Like I said, you should have had 3 of those. Yoink. So yeah, multitasking is the key of the day. Does it say on the front? No, it just says I seed. I seed. So I don't know if this would be enough. Bollocks. How did that? I don't know. I don't care. This is just to give you a little bit of a gameplay. If you want to know what you actually have to do, I suggest you watch someone who can actually play it. Don't know what that is. Like I said, it's been years since I've played this. And the first time I played it on my channel, I think I only did the first task. Right. But stuff also doesn't have to stay in the room. I mean, like big stuff. You'll see what I mean. I mean, for the fried eggs, well, is it fried eggs? We will need the frying pan, and then we need to do a fire. Right there. Tip. There we go. In. And then we get the. I'm gonna drop you and. Oh no, I'm not, because I haven't got the. If you got to put them in the. I think you got to put them in a beaker to drop them in, because of course you have. But you could do this. And then when you get it under there, it stays under there. Yeah. How'd you like them up? Ah, you fucker. But as you can see, the thing upstairs, the creature upstairs, whatever. Look at Burke. Let's get angrier, or hungrier, or lazier. Don't know. I'm going to chuck Boney down the trapdoor. Why? Because I can. That's where we would put the frying pan if we had the fried eggs. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Well, I got him. You're not going to eat him, are you, Drap? But yeah, I think you get the basic premise. It's an interesting game. It's a very unique game, and it's absolutely bang on to its source material and subject matter, and I thoroughly recommend you play it, especially if you like Trapdoor. And if you don't like Trapdoor, what the fucking hell is wrong with you? And if you've never seen Trapdoor and you're watching this, look it up on YouTube. Honestly, it's a banger. Absolute banger. I personally prefer it to Wallace and Gromit. Yeah, I know. It's not really the same sort of show, but hey. I got it on DVD somewhere. Why are you so fucking hard to get into the... Why can you leave the screen like that and I can? Oh, I don't know. there you go. Don't use my gameplay as inspiration for whether or not you should play this game, because you should play this game. But as always, I love to know things, especially if you played this back in the day and did you complete it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.